Hello. Hello, hello. How are you guys doing tonight? Share this feed. We're going to get into some really good information tonight. I'm excited. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Go ahead and text your family members, friends. Let them know. Hey, Christina. Hey, 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 hey. Go ahead, text them, let them know to jump on right now. Let them know to jump on. Jump on, jump on. Tonight is going to be a great live. Hey, 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 hey. How are you? I pray that you had a great day. I pray you had a really good day. Thank you so much for jumping on. All right. Hi, Alicia. All right. So, hey, thanks so much for jumping on tonight. I hope you had a really great day. Hey, Brianna. So, I'm excited. We have some really exciting times right now this month of September. Can you guys believe it's already mid-September? I mean, I don't know. I'm a Christmas buff. So, honestly, I'm already thinking about Christmas and what I want to give and what I want to get and where I want to go and what I want to do. I'm a bit of a long-term planner like that, but we are about 90 days out to the end of the year. And so you're probably like me. Hopefully, you have some really big goals and some big desires, and just really want to make sure that we leave 2023 with a very high sense um, of accomplishment, if you will, superseding goals, which is what I'm talking about, thinking about, meditating on, superseding those goals and going all in with the things that I want. I'm excited because I actually got a clear to close today, woo, 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 on another property. But for those of you that are brand new that don't know what I'm really talking about, I'm talking about a phenomenal platform called Tavaverse. And I am blessed to be able to be the visionary of Tavaverse. And basically, this came about because a good friend of mine, Kenny and Shantae Lloyd, we were blessed to make a couple million together. In 2007, 2008, 2009 in the beauty industry. And so Kenny and Shantae went on to start a network marketing company by the name of Tava that has 6 nutritional products, a multivitamin, collagen, a CBD organic coffee, a mood enhancer, a vitamin B for energy, and a detox tea that is amazing. It is. When I say it's good, it's good. Mm. It really gets that waistline together, okay? And so anyway, they had been doing that for the last 3 or 4 years. I went on after '07 and '08 and went heavy into the gold and silver industry and into the oil industry and crypto for the last 7 years, and was blessed to make multiple millions in the cryptocurrency industry. And so anyway, Kenny and I would keep in contact periodically and just kind of talk about, how blessed we really were to have been able to work together and make the kind of money that we made, and how we were really blessed because we were, some of the ones out of the group. It was a group of us, probably about 10 of us. We were 2 of them, and it was a few others that really did make good choices with their money. They really were good stewards and were able to go on and really continue to build wealth. And then others, not as blessed. And so we would always talk about how grateful we were. And we were talking one day, and he said, I was really thinking about what you were doing right now in the world of investing. And I said, well, I really dug deep into and really gotten heavy and going heavy into hard assets and investing in hard assets, multi-families, and particularly I had bought quite a bit of real estate in 2016. I was buying it every week for a season because of a mentor, and I had the right real estate mentor at the time. And I really had a great experience. And I had decided that I was going to go back into hard assets this coming year, but this time in multifamilies, Christina. And so I was telling him that, and he's like, "Hey, well, why don't we come together and do something?" And you basically the team that you were going to use to help you build your portfolio. Why don't we open that team up to the masses? And I was like, well, Krishan, okay, let me think about it. So, anyway, I called some of the people that are completely brilliant. Let me tell you, completely brilliant in this area. I called them and, I was like, hey, I'm thinking about putting together a financial ecosystem that's going to help the average everyday person purchase their own home, their primary home, but also I want them to become investors and not just help them get one door or two doors, but take them from 2 doors to 5 doors, 5 doors to 20 doors, 20 doors to 30 doors, and so on and so forth. Because when you pull back the portfolio of the wealthy, you can always go back and look at real estate in their portfolio, Gretel. Because think about it like this, businesses come and go, business cycles happen. But if you put yourself in a position where you have rent roll coming in every single month, you could quickly end up replacing your income and go from, whatever you need a month, whether you need $5,000 a month or 10,000 a month or 20,000 a month or 100,000 a month or $500,000 a month. I mean, it really is up to you. There are really no limits. And so anyway, all of those, people that I was calling, I wanted a credit specialist. And Brianna was like, I get it, I see it. And she's probably one of the most brilliant minds in credit, really knowing not just how to get good credit, right? But how to leverage your credit to actually buy assets, right? That's the thing, Estelle, is really wanting to be able to use that credit to buy assets, to get business open lines of credit, personal lines of credit. And we have special relationships with American Express and a lot of lenders out there that are really looking to help people get, money. They want to give you money. And then we were blessed to work with some banks. And these banks have been phenomenal because they're committed to giving people that look like me, credit or capital. This is where a lot of people of color in particularly get stuck because they don't have the capital. And you really shouldn't be using your own money. You really should be using other people's money to build your assets. And so we have those relationships with those banks that have been phenomenal. Open line of credit, business line of credit, credit cards, the whole thing. And we're going to show you how to strategically use that credit, not to go buy a Gucci bag, not to even necessarily buy a new house, but let's just say you're not in your primary home yet. We'll maybe make a suggestion. Hey, why don't you buy a duplex or a triplex or a fourplex? You move in one and then you rent out the other three, right? And that's smart. So now your mortgage is taken care of. And so there are all kinds of strategies that you're going to learn. I reached out to Phil, who is phenomenal in real estate structuring deals. He owns a few thousand units himself as a partner and a couple hundred on his own. The brother is just absolutely phenomenal. And so you're going to learn things about how to use Section 8, V8, prison reform. I mean, the list goes on because it's not just about jumping into real estate. I know some people who jumped into real estate and didn't have a good experience because they didn't have the community. They didn't have the support system. Real estate, or just like any other asset class, it's not anything you just want to jump into. You want to make sure that you put yourself in a position where you can really grow and really learn. And so we have Phil on the team. And then we have Marquita, who is brilliant, Jaquai, when it comes to marketing, right? Making sure that your properties always stay rented, making sure that you're on social media, right? Being relevant in today's time is very, very important. Multiple $1 million brands are built off of TikTok and off of Instagram. And then you have Camille, who is absolutely brilliant when it comes to systems. Like, it really is. These things are really, really important when you start talking about becoming a savvy investor. And that's what we want people to do, is put themselves in a position to become savvy investors. That is really, really, really important. And so we've been able to put together an entire ecosystem an entire ecosystem that really comes to support you and help you. And it's been phenomenal. So we've been able to help a lot of people who've never invested before. And now they're investing. Now they have 2 doors. Now they have 5 doors. And then we have some people that come over here that were already investing and now they're able to scale, which is really, really great. Or maybe even tweak what they have so that they're operating more effectively. Maybe they needed to get help with the entity it was in. Maybe it was in their personal name. We helped them put it in an LLC, or maybe they're at a point where they had an LLC, but they're really ready to go to a next level and get a family trust and a business trust and a private family foundation, right? And so we have people over here. We have the banks, we have the credit specialists, we have the real estate gurus, we have the marketing guru, we have the systems analysis to make sure that it's turnkey. Because I'm telling people, I'm not interested in you getting an apartment building so people can call you about a stopped up toilet. I want to make sure that you have property management in place so that, again, your experience is turnkey. And now you have ROI, or return on investment, coming in every single month. That's a complete game changer. Okay. And so all of that is made available to you for just $150 a month, right? That's very low. I literally was talking to somebody in the real estate game today. I think she, as a matter of fact, just signed up out of Vegas. She asked for the link. She says, I love everything that I'm hearing. And she says, I'm ready to get going. And when I told her the price, she's like, are you serious? Like, that's all? I was like, yeah, girl, that's it. We really have put this program together because it's designed for the average person to come in here and really be able to scale and build a really nice portfolio that can really, really change the game for them. So, I want to show you just a couple things here on this slide. This is our PowerPoint here that I want to show you. So our focus is on hard asset education, making sure that you're in a position to be able to purchase your primary home and then also to invest. These are my business partners, Kenny and Shantae, amazing, amazing couple that I mentioned to you earlier. This is myself, the visionary here at Tavaverse. So there are 3 main divisions. There's Tava Fit, which started off as a nutritional company, as I mentioned to you before, with 6 main nutritional products. Those products, I will tell you, were made by some of the top physicians and scientists in the nation. I use them every single day. I'm drinking the tea right now. I also take the collagen every day, and I take the multivitamin every day. Okay. And so you're going to really get the financial literacy that you need. This part is super, super important, right? Because financial literacy is what gives you the confidence as an investor. People don't invest when they're not confident. Nobody wants to invest in something that they're totally uncertain about. So we give you the education that you need. Then we're going to help you to elevate your financial IQ. I'm going to show you how to leverage assets, how to leverage your credit to get assets. I want you to understand what's going on globally, economically, because it does impact what you do and how you move and how you build wealth. I always tell people that wealth always leaves clues, okay? And then we're going to make sure that we do a lot of mindset training so that you don't have a fixed mindset, that you have a growth mindset. Again, you're going to learn about global economics, real estate, funding. Again, the funding is very, very important. You cannot think like, oh, I just want to get, I want to, save enough money to buy a house. No, you use other people's money to become wealthy. Imagine right now that you own $10 million in hard assets. You're not going to do that with your own money. You're going to use that using other people's money. And then you can get to a point where you have $10 million of liquidity because you use other people's money. It is the rule of the wealthy. Most of them never, ever use their own money. They're always using somebody else's money, right? We're going to show you how to literally build assets with your credit, not again, just how to buy a Gucci bag or a new car. Then we're going to make sure the systems are set up properly. And then the marketing is set up properly. And then you're going to have access to all of the partners. All right. You'll have access to the banks. You'll have access to the tax strategists, tax accountants, the realtors, the bookkeeping, everything that you need to make sure that you have a seamless setup system. Okay. Also, these are 6 sessions that you're going to have access to every single week. So we have live education that happens every single evening. And then if you can't get on there live, you can always watch the replay. Okay. And I can tell you right now that some of those replays, or some of those lives, you're going to want to watch replay anyway, because it's like you're learning the language of wealth. If you're not learning a new subject, you're probably not growing. I'm going to say that again. If you're not learning a new subject or something new, you are probably not growing. You do not grow from what you already know. You don't grow from what you already know. You grow from by saying, I'm committing to learn new things. I'm committing to put myself in new communities with people that have more than me. I'm committing to learn the language of wealth. I'm committing to learning the strategies of wealth. That's how you become wealthy. And right now, you probably know most people are feeling the impact of inflation. So during times of economic crisis, this is when economic opportunity shows up. This is when you hit step forward. This is not time to sit in a corner and be scared and say, I'm waiting on another election. It doesn't really matter who's in office. You got to determine, I'm wealthy, whether a Republican is in office or a Democrat is in office. I'm wealthy, whether somebody that I wanted to be in office or not wanted to be in office. You have to vote yourself president. You have to vote yourself wealthy. And the way that you do that is by making sure that you are committed to learning something new. I always tell people the life that you're living right now, right, Kashawn, is the life that you know. You produce, your output is simply is a reflection of what you know. If you want a different output or if you want more of the right kind of output, you have to put in more information. And so I tell people, you got to treat this like Netflix or Hulu or Prime Amazon. So at night, if you're kicking off, sitting on the couch from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock watching TV, that's 4 hours. What if you gave 30 minutes of that 4 hours and say, I'm taking 30 minutes to learn the language of wealth because I'm not going into 2024 the same way that I left 2023. My life must get better. Unfortunately, most people don't have a growth plan. You got to have a growth plan. Growth is not going to just show up at your door just because you love the Lord. You got to have a growth plan. And so Titleverse can be the growth plan that you need so that you can live the life that you always dreamed about. You deserve to have more than enough. You deserve to have plenty of money in the bank. Yeah, you deserve to have cash flow coming in every month. You deserve to have good paying tenants. You deserve to have systems that cause ease to come in your life. You deserve to make easy money, right? So it's all about mindset and having the right education and the right strategy. All right, so the other thing that we do that I really love is we have real estate field trips with investment opportunities. We have real estate field trips with investment opportunities. This is where I come to your city. Well, let's just say do a meeting on Monday, and on Tuesday, we're out looking at off-market properties that you now have an opportunity to put bids in on. You have an opportunity to purchase, right? We're going to help you find good equity deals, good cash flow deals. We're going to show you how to do deal evaluation, all right? Now, these are the 4 different plans that we have. There's a $1,200 plan. That $1,200 plan is the best plan. That's going to give you access. Let me say this. All these enrollment plans give you access to the financial ecosystem. I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the back. All these financial packages give you access to the entire financial ecosystem that I just told you about. Okay? Now, the difference is access and nutritional products. The very first enrollment packet, you're going to have an opportunity to have nutritional products in all of them. Every month going forward, it's optional. I recommend that you stay on them. I think you will because you're going to get good results. You're going to feel better. The products really do work. I've had a full day. I've been up since, let's see, this is Tuesday. So I've been up since 6 a.m. I started doing my live at 7 a.m. I have a prayer call every Tuesday morning at 7 a.m. Then after that, I had a Zoom. Then after that, I went on an hour and a half walking, jogging. I'm on doing a 14-day millionaire body challenge. Then I had Zoom after Zoom after Zoom, call after call. Then I just left prayer because we have prayer every Tuesday evening. And then now I'm here. Come on, somebody. And honest to God, I feel good. But I am on a really tight, I don't play with these nutritional products. I take them daily. And the collagen, because the anti-aging needs to anti-age. Let's go. Okay. So the $1,200 plan is going to give you access to 24 nutritional products. Okay. Then You're also going to get VIP seating, Jeremiah, at all of the events. All the events, all the conferences, all the meetings, you will have VIP seating. And you'll have access to our Wealth Mastermind group that we do once a month. Okay, that Wealth Mastermind group is fire. You'll have access to that once a month. All right. Then you have the capital plan, which is $500. Now that's going to give you access to about 12 different nutritional products. And then if you say, listen, I really want to do the 1,200, well, you can pay the difference of the $700 between the 500 and the 1,200 within 30 days. Okay. So again, you can pay the difference between $500 and $1,200, which is $700 within 30 days. So that way you can have the $1,200 VIP plan, or you can do the $300 plan. Okay. And it gives you 5 nutritional products. You can pay the difference between $1,200 and $300, which is $900. Or you can just do the $200 plan, and that gives you 2 nutritional products. Okay. All right. So which one you want depends on what you want. What I always tell people is the $1,200 is dope because you get all the wealth access. Okay. So obviously, if you could do that, do it. But I always tell people, you start where you are. You become wealthy because you start. Every time you push off wealth, I'm going to do it next week. I'm going to do it next month. Next month comes and you never do it. And now it's the next year and you like, it's my year of breakthrough. Well, no, you got to learn how to make a decision. The reason you haven't broke through because you haven't made a decision. You got to show up when you need to show up, right? And you got to start learning new stuff so you can keep growing. Remember, a growth plan is huge. Nothing happens until you start, okay? And then you are paying monthly every $149. Guys, that's small in comparison to what you get. $149 every single month gives you access to the financial ecosystem. If you say, you know what, doggone it, that Jewel was right, that multivitamin is something else, then you can add that on for a little bit. If you say, I want the multivitamin and the collagen, because she is right, I need the anti-age to anti-age, then you add on the collagen too, right? Or you want the detox tea, right? Whatever things you want, you can add on to the $149, but the $149 every month gives you access to the monthly auto ship. So that way you get access to the financial ecosystem. Okay. Now let me tell you something. Let me say this. Things are changing. You have to make a decision right now. The pressure, unfortunately, is on the working class. You have to make a decision right now that I'm going to be wealthy. I'm going to put myself around the people that I need to put myself around, hear what I need to hear, do what I need to do, because what's not going to happen is I'm not going to be on the wrong side of this transfer. Transfers are happening every day, but you got to make sure that I'm not going to just sit back and watch JP Morgan put $1 billion in residential. $1 billion. $1 billion, they made that announcement that they were putting in residential properties. They could have said, I'm going to put half of that in AI, another half in stem cell, another third in, pharmaceutical. They said $1 billion. Tricon, their goal is to buy up 800 houses a month. Don't sit back and find all this stuff out and then still keep renting. If you are renting, it is time to buy. If you already own your own house, it is time to become an investor. So what I want to encourage you to do is get back with the person that invited you on this tonight and say, listen, send me the link. I'm ready to get started. You might have some questions. If you have some questions for me, they know how to get a hold of me. But I am telling you right now, I beseech thee by the mercies of God, make the decision, commit, and start building assets like today. Get that credit together. Let us help you get the money. Let us help you really scale your life. Okay. So listen, guys, thanks so much for jumping on here. I'm going to be on here tomorrow with a special guest. Okay. At the same time with a special guest. So make sure, actually, it's going to be 8 o'clock Central, 9 Eastern tomorrow night, special guest. So make sure you're back on here tomorrow night with some great tea. Invite your family, invite your friends, invite your guests. Let's build wealth together. Thanks so much and have a good night. Bye-bye.